Hi there, my name is Winter, and I am playing Neverwinter. No pun intended. It was created by Perfect World, and today's June 19th, which is the last day of open beta. So tomorrow morning at about 8:30, the full game releases. That's Pacific time if you're somehow watching it before then. Anyways, so I'm only about level 27, and I've only experimented with this one class so far, as I've had about 3 days so far to play the game. And, well, I'm going to go ahead and talk about everything I've learned so far. Maybe you can learn a few things too. But yeah. So, the first thoughts upon picking up this game and going through the tutorial were that the graphics are quite crisp. Now, of course, you're not seeing it as crisp as I am, due to recording software not being quite perfect, but, you know, it's a quick install, and you'll see for yourself it's pretty snappy. And the graphics will actually kind of morph to fit your particular hardware, usually. Sometimes you might need to slow it down just a bit. And, well, I'm being attacked right now. Anyhow, I guess you can go ahead and take a moment here to look at some of the actual battle graphics. So, oh, well, the portal's closed, so they're gone. Anyway, yeah, so where I am right now is called the Protector's Enclave. This is kind of the home base for everything Neverwinter, as far as in the game. You can go to the auction house here. You can pick up your mainline quests here, and occasionally you'll see those monster portals spawn, and you can fight to get some extra items and do other quests. You can spend your in-game currency, your gold, your astral diamonds, and even the in-game currency that you've purchased with real money. You can use all of that here, trade items, meet people, get your armor, get your equipment, just about everything you need. It's an MMO. You already know how this works. Anyways, so the central hub here, you know, it's just like any other place. It's very it's prone to having lag, but with the right hardware, it actually runs pretty darn fast. Not going to see much, you know, too much time patching files, too much time downloading anything. It's they spend a lot of attention to detail in this game, which is what I like. So I think you'll quite enjoy, you know, how smooth everything goes in this game. The UI, the character, the ability to move freely around the world. It's not an you know, open world in the game. You do kind of have to follow the route sometimes as far as the PvE is concerned. But well, let's go ahead and go to the area that I'm at on the game, and we'll talk about some of the fighting mechanics and some other things you can do. One thing that really makes the game fun for me is the ability to customize how, well, this isn't new for MMOs, but be able to put your item or your skills anywhere you would like and have them create different effects due to what slots you're putting them in. For example, if you look at the powers list here, you can see, you know, you unlock more skills as you level up, but the skills are different colors. Now, the green ones can only be bound to the left and right mouse keys, so they are insta-cast, or at-will moves. The red ones here are encounter moves, which you can put down on your Q, E, and R keys, or your tab key. You unlock the tab key a little bit later in the game, but what it does is it takes your attack and turns it into an AoE skill, or adds on another special power to it. So by doing that, for example, I'm using this the shield attack for tab key. When I first press the shield key, or the tab key, you'll see it activates my shield. My character becomes purple for a little bit, and you know, it helps reflect some attacks. Now, you'll see that there's no cooldown for it. Now, that's specific to this move, but if I was to go into battle, press tab again, it immediately forces back every opponent in a circular fashion. And it actually deals a significant amount of damage, a lot more than you would see it do if it was on the Q, E, or R keys. Well, it wouldn't even have that effect in the first place. So yeah, a lot of your moves can experience different or enhanced effects just by putting them on specific key sets. Beyond that, there's the 1 and 2 buttons, which you'll see right here and right here. When this gem in the middle is filled with yellow, which happens by fighting enemies, so it actually, fills up pretty quickly, you can use either of these attacks at that point, and you can set whatever you would like to be there. They're pretty much your most epic skills, and they affect a large area of enemies and deal a lot of damage, so that's pretty cool. Also takes time for the attack, and it's pretty sweet graphics to go through. The last thing is this green bar. That is your stamina. So you'll see if I press either the shift key and an arrow, WASD, or double-click the movement direction, it'll automatically teleport me like that, and that uses up your stamina. That's a very important mechanic as far as fighting in this game. It has less to do with, attacking enemies and your stats than it does being able to maneuver throughout the battle and not get harmed. See how it shows that I dodged attacks. The last few MMOs I've played haven't included that feature, so it's kind of neat. Yeah, so you have to actually play the game rather than just standing still and mashing buttons, which is another thing I like because it very much makes you one with the game, and you can kind of get into it. The camera angles, the mood, the weather, and the rest of the graphics also play a part in that, making you more indulged in the game. So, beyond that, let's see, we've got, this is my character. You can see that this is all of the equipment I have attached. They have little sockets here where I can go ahead and add on enchantments or runes or things like that, which I haven't experimented too much with. I haven't done a lot of the crafting yet. You can see my stats, which you roll at the start of your character creation. And over here, under the feats tab, you'll see that you can go ahead and level up various parts of your character's stats. So, I won't go through all of these, but I leveled it to focus on cold damage, actually, because a lot of the Control Wizard, which is my class, a lot of the Control Wizard's attacks are ice. You'll see my R key. Throws a nice bomb at them, etc. And then I have a nice tornado, and so forth. I really enjoy the variety of moves that you're able to use in this game as well. I haven't unlocked even half of them yet. But you'll see I have a lot of cold attacks, and I didn't really plan for it, but my username has always been Winter, and this guy's got lots of ice attacks, so things kind of worked out in that fashion. Thought that was kind of neat. Anyways, after you get your first 20 feat points, or heroic points spent, you unlock the Paragon trees, which I have not gotten to yet. But that goes ahead and it takes your character and brings it towards a more refined battle style. So the Renegade here deals substantial amounts of damage, but at the same time it's still more strategically based. Same with the Thaumaturge. Mostly raining AoE damage onto your foes. The Oppressor is more for survivability and healing yourself, if that's the type of DPS that you are. So, yeah, you have a pretty big choice, and even once you pick your Paragon, you can still choose which ones you want to level first. Your companions. This is the pet system, or the companion system on Neverwinter. You can only have one pet, or, companion, summoned at one point in time, but you can send other companions out to train. So once you see this purple bar, it gets all the way to the end just by battling things. It'll say that your companion is ready to be sent out for training. You go ahead and send them out, and you can summon your other one if you have another. You can also equip runes or enchantments to your companion and have enhanced effects from that. It's also very nice to be able to switch companions freely throughout the game. So right now, if I feel like I don't want to have my cleric out, if I feel like I do want to have my cleric out, I go ahead and dismiss the other one, and I can summon this one. But she is out training at the moment, so unfortunately I cannot. sec here. On top of that, your actual skill leveling can be modified to your personal choice. And I don't want to die here. It'd be a silly thing to do in this video. Anyway, so that's one of my epic skills right there. That really large gravity bomb thing. Very fun to use, and it's actually a quick cast as well. So, as you're leveling throughout the game, you'll see on the bottom right, it says leveled up, see what's new. Go ahead and press the U key, and it'll show everything that you can spend that you haven't as you've been leveling. So I've got 2 power points and 3 feat points that I can go cash in right now. Sometimes I forget about that while I'm, just grinding in a game. So it's nice that they kind of make it more apparent what you still have available to spend. Yeah, so on top of that, let's go ahead and get back to the Protector's Enclave, because there was a couple other things that I wanted to show you here. Try not to get stuck into this battle here. So, we have kind of a different approach to the auction house in this game. Rather than using your in-game gold, silver, or copper, the currency that you spend at the auction house is astral diamonds. Astral diamonds are acquired in the game a little bit differently than gold is. You're going to have to do daily quests, you're going to have to do PvP matches, skirmishes, or other things of the sort. Or, right here, every time you come by a campfire or any of these blue rings, you can go ahead and, I forget what the correct term is, but it's kind of a method of praying, and that will give you some items. The first few times you use it, however, it'll give you astral diamonds. If you go into your inventory, you can go over to see all the different types of cash that you have, and you can just click spend right next to that astral diamonds, and it will pull up what you need. So you don't have to go to the Protector's Enclave to spend your money, but I just do it anyway because it just feels, right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the auction house, and then I'll explain PvP to you. Alright, here it is, down in this little hole area. We've got the auction house. Just press your interact button, and here you go. So, you can actually view any bids that you've made, but it's kind of an eBay style thing here, where you can set a buy it now price and you can set a bid price, and you can just search for equipment or runes or even profession items, which I'll also explain to you in just a moment. Or you can search for companions, etc. You'll see that everything goes through astral diamonds here. So you're going to want to spend the first couple moments of your game working on your daily quests. Make sure those are your priority, because you're going to need lots of astral diamonds to get your higher level gear later. I don't particularly yet, but I know to save those types of things. Astral diamonds can also be exchanged for in-game, like the real money currency called Zen. So a lot of people who either bought founder packages or have purchased Zen have a surplus of that type of currency, but you don't. So if you save up your astral diamonds, you can convert it to Zen and go to the item shop and buy things. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So even if you don't have money to spend on the game, since it's free to play, you still have an opportunity to get the same items. So it's not necessarily pay to win. It's play to keep playing to win. So I like that about the game too. It gives everybody a fair chance to be just as powerful. Whether or not it takes you a little bit more effort, you still have that chance. Anyways, I just kicked a barrel extremely far. So, if you press the N key, you'll pull up your profession window. This is pretty interesting. You get to level up each of these skills, and what they do for you is you can send, or you can start tasks, and after the duration is over, you can redeem them for the rewards that you see here. That includes character experience, the type of profession experience, money, or actual rewards that can amount to armor in some cases, or under armor, so that's pretty cool. I'll definitely be experimenting with that a lot more in the higher levels, but since it's time-based, I would say get on that as early as you possibly can. And I may as well go ahead and start up another one of those here. Just do a 10-minute one. So, PvP. Well, I did start a PvP match. It'd probably take me about 10 minutes to get into a queue now, and I would like to wrap this up, so won't be able to actually show you one. But what you can do is, when you join PvP, it gives you a 5-player versus 5-player lineup. And, well, at least this was the battle that I went into. And it's more of a capture the flag style than any other, because the type matchups, or the class matchups, would be very unfair if you had a cleric versus a control wizard or a mage. That would be very unbalanced, and you'd probably beat them up pretty quickly. So that's why it's team-based. So doing this is a very good way to even out the ranks and give everybody a fair chance. So the longer that you hold down 2 of the 3 checkpoints in PvP, it counts up your team's timer, and you do win. If you reach, I believe, 1,000 seconds or milliseconds or something.
What level are you now?
So at that point, yeah, that's pretty much what PvP is. You'll see that, I mean, you guys can kind of understand how the PvP is different than PvE, but you'll be using a lot of your skills and maneuvering the map a lot more efficiently than you would during PvE, because attention to detail in those type of fights makes a big difference. So yeah, I do believe I've gone over most of the things here. You guys are going to learn everything when you play for the first time, and it's kind of a tutorial all the way up to like level 20 or 25 sometimes, because you're not going to get your first companion till level 16, you're not going to get your first mount till level 20, but I think that the rate at which everything is introduced to you while you're playing is very fair. Everybody feels lost the first time they play an MMO. You can't lie to me there. I mean, the first couple seconds you're just lost in menus, even if it's only for 20 minutes. So I think that the way they introduce everything is very efficient, and you can still enjoy the graphics and enjoy everything about it as you play. I definitely don't feel like this game is all about graphics either, because a lot of games, you pull them up the first time, you're like, wow, this is beautiful, and it gets old after like 30 minutes or maybe 30 days, but I feel this one is a very good balance between attention to graphics and attention to gameplay. So I think that you'll enjoy it. So again, this is Neverwinter, and I'm Winter. Again, no pun intended, but yeah, you guys enjoy the game tomorrow when it fully releases. So, alright, well, you have a good day.